Sri Lanka, welcome back to the show. Now I'm taking over from Anupama. You saw her with Roseanne Kure as well as Dr. Pujita Kure, and they spoke to you about how you can really stick to those New Year resolutions that you made at the beginning of the year, and it helped you out, I'm sure, with some easy tips and tricks about how you can make the rest of the year productive as well, not just the first week or two of it. But now we're moving on to some very exciting happenings that are going to be going down here in Colombo, and that is the Colombo Art Biennale, which is happening now for the third time in Colombo. That's the last time it happened was in 2012. I'm sure all of you art fans out there are very excited about what's coming up on the 31st of January. And to speak about the Colombo Art Biennale, we have with us today a very lovely lady and some artists as well who will be making some moments. I'm not supposed to call it a performance because it's not going to be a performance at the Biennale, but I'll let her explain what that really means to me. So we have the co-director of the Colombo Art Biennale, and she is Anushka Hempel. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the show, Anushka.
Having me on the show.
It's lovely to have you on the show.
Thank you.
And you've also brought along Eugene Draw, who is here with us on the show. Morning, Eugene.
Absolutely.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. And we also have Eva Priyanka. Morning, Priyanka.
Good morning.
Eva.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
It's really nice to have all of you on the show. All right. So the Colombo Art Biennale. Now, this is something that everyone who knows about the Biennale looks forward to, but there might be some of our viewers out there who are not really sure of what this is. I mean, even the word Biennale may be a bit foreign to some of the viewers. So let's talk about what exactly the Colombo Art Biennale is. Anushka.
Well, Art Biennale is simply Italian for biannual, and it just means that it's an art happening that happens every 2 years. But it also means it's used internationally and very much associated with as a big art festival of contemporary art, generally contemporary art. And this is our third time round, and I must say I'm absolutely delighted that it's happening. We started in 2009 with just let's do something.
Right.
Actually,
that was the thinking behind it.
Yeah. Like, it was literally over a glass of wine with who's now my co-founder, who is Jagath Virasingh, who is quite a well-known character in the art world and an artist himself, and a mentor and inspiration to many artists in Sri Lanka. And it was really at an exhibition over a glass of wine. Let's do something bigger. Let's do something. And it started off as just an exhibition. We didn't really have any grand plans to do an art biennale. But we soon spoke to a few people in the art community. Everybody was willing to get involved, curators, artists, galleries, and before we knew it, Jagath turned to me and said, what we're doing now is like an art biennale. So I said, great, let's call it the Colombo Art Biennale.
All right, wow.
And I said, okay, then we need a theme. So they know art biennales always have themes, and to inspire the artists. So it was February 2009, and Jagath came up with a theme of imagining peace. So not peace, because I think that would have been probably quite an inappropriate theme at that time, but imagining peace. So asking
an artist's interpretation of it.
Asking the artist to just imagine, you know, and it was, but some were able to imagine, many were not. It's also quite a provocative theme, because asking not just artists but anyone to imagine peace when all you've experienced is living in not
conflict.
so much in conflict, then you know, it's war and terrorism and so on, was quite a courageous theme, I think, on Jagath's part. So anyway, so then when the end of the war was announced in May, it gave the theme a whole new dimension, and the first Biennale happened in September 2009.
Okay.
And I think probably the largest achievement of that first Biennale was that it was possibly the first time that different artists from different backgrounds and different schools of thought all came together under one roof and under one theme. And it was wonderful to see those 5 days, all these different artists spending time together, hanging out, chewing the fat and doing stuff together, helping each other. It was a real inspiration to do it again.
So the Biennale really facilitated all of these artists coming together, and that's what it creates. I mean, it becomes something more than what you planned it to be.
It also gave the artists permission to create works that they would not have been able to create otherwise. Gave them the opportunity to be really expansive in their creation and do installation work which they normally wouldn't have been able to do. Normally they would be confined to doing a sculpture, a commission or a painting, something that would be easier to sell, but to be given the opportunity to really be free under a theme was wonderful, and it was, for some artists, it was the first time that they were able to show works in that way, and so that was very interesting.
So Eugene, you've been down in Sri Lanka as well, right? Were
Yeah,
you
I came like 2 years ago. Anushka
Biennale?
had me perform last time, and it was amazing. I got to meet so many amazing performers from different cultures, different countries, different walks of life, and learn from them, also contribute in so many different ways of, like, it was an honest presentation. Like, Sri Lanka makes you do that. It brings out the best of you as a performer, and especially, like, I still keep, like, in touch with all performers I worked with before and the artists. So now wherever I want to go travel, I always have like a couch that I can sleep on. So it brought the whole global community. Absolutely, it brought the whole global community and made it like accessible to artists and as well to an audience. So I was quite excited for this year. No idea.
Because
I think
this year there's going to be a very new segment that's going to be added in and give it a whole different dimension. So let's talk about that as well.
So it's a contemporary art manifestation. And one of the things we're very keen on sharing with the public is this whole idea of interactivity. So rather than going to a museum where you go and look at a piece of art and study it and read the little signage, it's we're very keen on bringing the public in, not only bringing the artists together, but bringing the public in to interact. So that we did that last time round with some of the visual arts. So some of the arts were very interactive and inviting the public to interact with the work, or some of the new media pieces, some of the video pieces. This time we're very excited because we're bringing in what we call live art. And there's a lot of confusion about this term live art, you know. I mean, it could be called performance art, but definitely not performing arts. So it still slips into the category of visual art, in a certain, of contemporary art, visual art. But what we're doing is bringing the person in. So.
So is it more ad hoc than what you would usually call, you know, a performance?
And some of it's spontaneous, some of it is actually planned, but it's not. It's artistic. It's in the sense that it's can be quite conceptual, as well as very experimental. So we actually have one of our live artists here who is going to be performing, being live art, I suppose, at the Biennale. And there's going to be 10 live artists.
I see.
Both from Sri Lanka and coming in from overseas, who are going to be doing individual live art happenings and also working together. And throughout the Biennale we're going to have what we call live art moments happening at different venues, not on stage, but in public spaces, in the galleries. And
somewhere you won't expect it. And Eva is going to be a part of that venture,
Eva is going to be a part of it. We're really delighted to have Eva involved this year.
So what's your background? And now you're a dancer primarily.
Yes, so my background is in contemporary dance. That's going to be a way of interacting with the art which is presented in the different galleries.
But are you looking for now? Have you planned out exactly what you're going to do for the Biennale?
Yeah,
or is it
some
at the
artists.
moment?
It will be at the moment in a way, but it's also going to be thought through beforehand. So in that sense.
But it's all about collaborating with the artist. Now, for example, Eugene and yourself will be collaborating on certain moment, creating a certain moment as well. And I mean, I'm sure that's going to be amazing as well. But so both of you really haven't worked together in a sort of professional artistic capacity ever, right?
No, I think that's a very typical thing for contemporary live art, that you kind of collaborate on in the moment.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's bringing in what he's developed, and I bring in what I developed, and it's going to be a dialogue between the two of us about a certain piece of art that we possibly.
Energy. Yeah.
So I think now we've spoken about live art, but to really get the message out to the viewers, we need to just take a little sneak peek of what's going to be happening at the Colombo Art Biennale. And I think Eugene and maybe even Eva might be ready to help us out there. So let's give them this to a set and let them work their magic. Awesome. All right, Eugene.
Let's do it.
All yours. Because this is that. I mean, they had a little.
I know, we had a little dressing room taster, didn't we? That was rather special. Yeah, no, this is wonderful, this spontaneous.
All right. That was amazing.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Eva, as well as Eugene. That was really amazing. So that was just the spur of the moment, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
The synergies in the studios are wonderful.
So that's really what you can expect at the Colombo Art Biennale. I think we've come to the end of our segment. So I have to thank you all. And just thank you so much for being with us. And I know that Anushka, you'll be on later shows as well, along with some of the artists who will be at the Biennale. And we'll keep giving our viewers a sneak peek about what's really going to be going down. But I'm just going to let you give out a short message about when it's going to be and where it's going to be happening, and then it'll be about time for us to wrap up.
Yeah, well, it's opening on the 31st of January, running till the 9th of February, and it's going to be happening at several different venues all around the Colombo 7 area. You can go to our website or our Facebook page to get all the details and the program. There's going to be lots of, the main event is free entry, so at the 7 different locations. We also have lots of free events, live art moments and presentations by some of the artists, projects that for community art projects, projects that people can come in and join, and yes, it's a full schedule. I mean, you could really just take a week off and just come and
absorb the moment.
Yes, and bring your family, bring your kids, your aunties, bring everyone, because it's really going to be a fun festival. And
so you just had a really short, small sneak peek about the fun and the excitement that's going to be happening at the Colombo Art Biennale. So thank you so much, Anushka, for being with us on the show. I know that
It's
you'll
a
be there later on as well.
Yeah.
And thank you so much, Eugene and Eva,
That was
for
a
that
pleasure.
just
Thank you.
spontaneous
Yeah.
performance. That was amazing.
Thanks, love.
But
Yeah.
it was great to have all of you on the show. So that's it from Anupama and I for this morning's edition of Good Morning Sri Lanka. But we will see you tomorrow as well on another great episode. Till then, take care and have a great day.